What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live stream. I wasn't going to do one tonight. I was going to relax tonight. But again, if you're in the members Discord, you know I've been hounded. I'm hounded every single night. Jump on stream. Jump on stream. And Billy, a member of the channel and a member of the Discord, made me an offer I could not refuse. He's finally going to admit something that he's known deep down for quite a while. So I figured I'd jump on here. We'll talk about Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili predictions for UFC Las Vegas. We'll talk about Jon Jones versus Stipe, the fireman Miocic. And we'll talk about UFC 286. I have a UFC 286 video that'll be coming out tomorrow, grading UFC 286. So you guys can look forward to that. And then we're talking Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, UFC 286 prediction videos. So, and also tomorrow I will be streaming Bellator 292. Let me just double check and see what time that comes on. I have no idea. It looks like the main card's at 10 p.m. So hopefully I'll have the video out before then. I'm thinking the video for 286 will be out before then. But it looks like... Whew. Start my stream up with a sneeze. But it looks like the main card starts at 10. I'll go ahead and save this for my thumbnail tomorrow. You're on time, Joey. I'll stop petitioning to have you. Dude, it's not that I'm late. It's what happens is I just choose a time. Like, I'll schedule it real quick and then choose 11:30 as I'm scheduling it, knowing that I'm going on in a few minutes. And so it just always appears that way, okay? It's not really reality. It's not really reality. But yeah, I'm a maniac. I'm a maniac. Back for your guys' enjoyment. Back here to pleasure you guys. If you were here for our stream the other day, somebody said my stream brings them pleasure. So I'm happy I can be here pleasuring all you guys at once. Oh my goodness, this is too far. This is too far. I'm just, you know, I'm just one single man online pleasuring, you know, 60 to 110 men at once, all right? Oh, guys. This is what happens when we get on stream when I'm tired and it's a little bit too late. But yeah, I tried to get my fiance to come on stream tonight. I would have really liked to demonstrate the Boston Crab. And I like how Patrick sends a message in here right now. Just got done watching your last stream. Boston Crabbing your fiance had me crying. Dude, when you were watching that in the... You know, when you were watching it not live, did you like fast forward through the Be Right Back to see what would happen? Joe, you single? No, I'm saying a single man, like one single man. But yeah, I tried to convince her. I said, look, you know how many subscribers that it'll get me? I said, if you let me drag you into the office and put you in the Boston Crab, I said, that will get reposted everywhere. I'll get so many subscribers, but she wasn't having it. I completely thought you went to go get her. She isn't having it, man. She isn't having it. But yeah, that would have been... I mean, that would have gone down in the MMA YouTube Hall of Fame. It would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious. I tried to get her to do it, but she won't let me. She said, if anything, she's going to put me in the Boston Crab. She now threatens me with the Boston Crab. Dude, if I drug her in here and put her in the Boston Crab right now, my channel would have like at least 20K by like next week. It would get reshared everywhere. I just got her in the Walls of Jericho, aka the Boston Crab. Oh, that would have been good. That really would have been good. Billy, thank you for the 7 months of membership. I finally have seen the light, guys. Wingstop is mid. Wingstop isn't even mid, dude. It's horrible. It's horrible. Look, if you're in the Discord, yeah, I don't know if Billy's even being truthful right now. Because Billy, did Joey take away your wrench? I don't know if Billy can ever earn that trust back. Dude sent me to Shake Shack too. I wasted $40. Like the fact that dude's just, I think he's trolling me. I think he's just recommending the shittiest places to eat so that he can laugh when I come back from them. It's not mid, it's garbage. It's not mid, it's garbage. But yeah, Patrick, it would have been hilarious. It would have been absolutely hilarious if I Boston grabbed her. And I told you guys in the Discord, if I ever get arrested for some type of domestic violence dispute, you won't catch me on camera slapping my wife in a club at 53 years old in in Mexico. You'll catch me putting her in the Boston Crab. And I think you guys would still support me. It seems like the general consensus, in the Discord at least, if I got arrested for domestic violence and I Boston Crabbed my wife on camera, or my fiance on camera, that it seems like you guys would still support me. You wouldn't abandon the channel. Let's start a poll. Should I put my fiance in the Boston Crab on stream? The best part about the question, can you demonstrate the Boston Crab? I literally saw it and was like, I'll just hit be right back real quick. Go vote in the poll, guys. Go vote in the poll. I like how we just spend the whole first 7 minutes of the chat talking about the Boston Crab. Okay. MMA YouTuber puts wife in pro wrestling move. Nah. That's a legitimate technique. That's a legitimate technique. Imagine if I started like charging like $100 super chats to go get her and put her in the Boston Crab. Like every time I put her in the Boston Crab. Like, you know how some people do like donation goals and stuff like that? Imagine if I had like running across the bottom of the stream. For every $100, I'll bring my fiance in here and put her in the Boston Crab. I bet you I would get so many donations. It wouldn't even be funny. Everyone would want it. For every $100 donation, I'll perform a pro wrestling move on my fiance. I tried to talk her into it, but she said she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. I think it'd be hilarious. But we'll see. Next time she gets a little bit too much sass, she might catch the Boston Crab, all right? All right. Let's get to some of these questions now. We talked about the Boston Crab enough. Wingstop is garbage. Billy should be embarrassed of himself for eating that dog shit. What's up, Jordan? Does your fiance place any bets alongside you? Now, I don't really bet myself, so she doesn't bet at all. So it's yeah. Not a big gambler. Currently there are 8 champs with 0 defenses and 4 current with a streak out of 4. Which champ streak ends first? You got to let me know who. And we're back with the shillelagh in hand. Yeah. I'm going to crack her with the shillelagh and then I'll put her in the Boston Crab. Yeah, Billy's sucking off for the wrench. Boston Crab or something. Don't watch sports. Okay. I got the lemon pepper wings and buffalo tenders. They were garbage. Dude, the food is literally microwaved from the frozen section of the grocery store. Stop eating that shit. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere good. Who do you think wins between Kamaru versus Leon and how? I see a Kamaru Usman dominant decision incoming. Dominant decision incoming. What's up, Nolan? If you were caught on camera, I see no evil. I speak no evil. Still supporting. Yeah. Justice for Joey. Imagine I'm in jail for putting her in the Boston Crab. I want you guys hashtagging justice for Joey. It'd be phenomenal. I mean, you can't put me in jail for putting someone in the Boston Crab. That's just illegal. That's unconstitutional in my opinion. Look, I'm telling you right now, if I'm out and about in my daily life and someone picks a fight with me and I get the opportunity, 100%. I'm 100% putting them in the Boston Crab. Okay? I'm going for it. They're going to wonder, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm going to crack them. They're going to fall. And then they're going to be like, what the fuck's this guy doing? And then I'm going to be like, just start wrenching on a heavy Boston Crab. Like the full extension on the kneecaps. 287 is stacked. Yeah, 287 is incredible. 287 is incredible. For sure. I'm really looking forward to 287. 286 is okay, but if you look at them in comparison, it's just not the same. Crab cakes and Wingstop. Wingstop's garbage. Crab cakes are good. You're right, Joey. 286 is a bit underwhelming compared to 287. That is true. That is very true. Justice for Joey. Sure enough. All the way from Arizona, fight ready, Jim. Much love, bro. What are you saying there? I don't understand. I'm confused. But appreciate the support. I hope you're wrong. Haha, I'm going to 286. Won't the KO have a big effect on his confidence? It may. It may. Patrick Alston, thank you for the $20 super chat. MMA commentary GOAT. We need Boston Crab shirts. Maybe one day, my friend. Maybe one day, dude. Boston Crabs. That'd be funny. Like somehow, like get a graphic design of me like putting like a faceless person in a Boston Crab. The Boston Crab meme is gonna live. There's so many now like inside jokes on the channel. I just find it hilarious. Like we're constantly talking about Boston Crabs. We're talking about Venom gear. And Patrick, this is the first time I think I've seen you in a live chat, man. What, you just been slowly supporting the channel, watching the videos and stuff, and just decided to pop in tonight? But nonetheless, man, I appreciate the $20. You worked hard for that $20, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We hear from Fight Ready Gym in Arizona. We love you, Joey. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. What are you saying? You train there personally? Is that what you're saying? But that's awesome, man. I appreciate it. Rap Addict. I appreciate you. Yeah, Patrick coming in clutch with the $20 dono. The $20 holler. I've been here usually at the studio painting. Appreciate you nonetheless, man. As long as you're watching, I appreciate you. But I'm glad you got the enjoyment out of the, oh, I'll be right back. Let me go get my fiance really quick. Because I thought that was pretty funny. I actually thought that was really funny. What stream was that even on? I can't remember now. Was that last night? Or that was the night before? That was 2 nights ago. Right? That wasn't the live chat, but that was the night before. I bet you... Where is that? I'm looking for it on stream. But that was definitely an amazing moment for the channel. It was just so perfect because someone said, "Can you go demonstrate the Boston Crab real quick for us?" I said, "Be right back. Let me go get my fiance." If I would have got her in here and put her in the Boston Crab, aka the Walls of Jericho, hilarious. That would have been so funny. I'd have been dying laughing. But yeah, she's not having it. She's not having it. If anything, she's gonna put me in the Boston Crab. But thank you again, Patrick, for your support. Thank you for the $20 donation. It means a lot, man. 286 is good until you look at 287. That is very, very true. What did you guys think of the top 3 things I love, top 3 things I hate? What did you guys think of the videos? Did you guys enjoy them? I thought I had some really solid reasons. I thought they were both really good videos, in my humble opinion. Okay? I'd give you $2 if you do that. Who wins the main event? Petr Yan. Petr Yan wins via TKO, in my opinion. Video was trash. Well, you know what? You know what, JJ Smoke? You're working yourself towards a timeout. What's up, Stylebender? Also, Patrick, what do you paint? What are you painting? First thing I see in the chat is, should I put my fiance in the Boston Crab? Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep trying to talk her into it. And if I can't convince her to do it, I'm just going to have to find a new fiance. Like, she ain't the one. If she won't let me put her in Boston Crab on stream, then I don't think she's the one. I think it's time. I think it's time to break it off. Nurmagomedov versus Martinez, low-key banger this weekend. I know, that's an amazing fight. That stream will go down in MMA history. Yeah, people are gonna, the OGs will remember that moment. You know, the sub 10K subscribers will remember that moment forever. Good videos, but your Dracus du Plessis slander backfired. No, it didn't. My Dracus du Plessis slander did not backfire at all. Dude is garbage. Absolute garbage. And he will never touch a belt. He will never touch a belt unless somebody breaks a limb by mistake in the first 30 seconds of a fight with a champion. He doesn't even deserve a title shot. He fought 2 guys who were outside the UFC at this point. Darren Till's gone and Brunson's retired. Brunson's garbage can anyway. Which UFC fighter do you think would be the first to land the Boston Crab in the cage? Probably Jon Jones. Probably Jon Jones. JK, 10 out of 10. First thing, okay. What's up, Joey? What's going on? What's up, Joey? Can you say hi to my girlfriend, Ivy? I would, but you don't have a girlfriend, Anthony. You're lying. Who's the best English fighter at the moment? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I would say Arnold Allen. Merab versus Aldo was actually awful. I rewatched yesterday. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would rewatch that. Joey, I know you don't bet, but do you think betting on Delize at plus 225 is a decent underdog bet? Yes, for sure. 100%. 100%. I think Delize could pull it off. I may even pick Delize. I'm not 100% confident yet because Vettori's just that guy that's just so hard to get by. He's like the mini boss in some video game, and he's just hard to get by. He's so durable. He's so well-rounded. I was thinking Bryce Mitchell. What about Bryce Mitchell? Oh, getting the Boston Crab. Divorced by irreconcilable Boston Crab. Yep. Joey, can you say hello to my hand? No. Yeah, that's the same as Anthony's girlfriend. Who's your all-time GOAT or even top 3 in your opinion? Jones, GSP, Anderson Silva, Demetrius, and Jose Aldo. Vettori will beat him, guys. Too tough. Yeah, I don't know who I'm picking yet. My early prediction was Delize, but I think it might have been a little bit of recency biased. So I'm going to have to take a look and then go from there. Good picks except Aldo. Shut your mouth. I want to drink sparkling water and breathe air. Okay. Delize can win, but Vettori doesn't get finished, and Delize's cardio isn't the best. Yeah, it's a tough fight to pick. Delize's the dark horse in the division, literally. People throw dark horse around too much. Delize's the dark horse. 286 is actually kind of trash, just a 2-fight card. It's a 3-fight card. Delize versus Vettori is very good. So it's the main co-main in that. Delize could blitz through Marvin on the ground, but I don't know if Delize has the takedown ability to get him there. Marvin's just tough. Yeah, Marvin's built out of literal steel. Built out of steel. Paulo Costa was landing heavy body kicks on him, and he was just eating them. It wasn't hurting him at all. He had no reaction. I'm waiting for Vettori to pop, honestly. But some people think Delize is I've heard someone say Delize was on PEDs at some point in time. Aldo overrated. Okay. I'm not going to accept the Aldo slander here. 286 is kind of... Okay, I already talked about that. It's a 3-fight card. Joey, what's up, brother? Great show as always. Thank you, Blood Money. I appreciate you, man. Hope everything's going well with you. Thank you for your support. Delize at those odds is a steal, though. I have it much closer than those odds. I don't know, man. I don't pay too much attention to odds because it's just, for me, it's just about, it's not about, oh, this is a steal or that's a steal. It's just, who do I think is going to win? Because at the end of the day, if you lose, you lose. Like I took a bet, Blood Money here. You'll be interested in this. Guess what was I had 2 bets for UFC 285. I bet Jon Jones to finish it in the first 2 minutes. which did not go through because it was 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And I also had Alexa Grasso by KO or TKO. So there's my 2 bets for a UFC 285. And they didn't go through for me. Do you think Sean O'Malley will become champion? No, I do not. It's possible, but I do not believe he will become champion. I mean, it was a brutal robbery against Petr Yan, and there's no doubt about that. It's a 30-27, in my opinion. It's not 29-28. People are whitewashing it. People are justifying it, going back and saying, well, this and that. No, he lost 30-27, and it was a dominant win by Petr Yan. And no one will convince me otherwise. One of the middleweight fights, so that doesn't really count for much. One of them is a middleweight fight. It's still a good fight. You think Michael Morales or Kevin Holland will spark Ian Gary for us? Dude is cringe. Nah, they're going to baby him for a little bit longer. Kamaru Usman and Still? Yep. Honestly, Silva's overrated. I disagree. He just stuck around for too long. Delize already failed past drug test. Did he now? I didn't know that. I did not know that. If Delize can't get the fight to the ground, he's going to get outworked. Yeah. I don't know. Delize is kind of he's hard to get a read on. He has good power. He has okay striking. And he's just recently looked like he's took it to another level, in my opinion. I'm going to go back and watch some footage before I make my pick. My early prediction was Roman Delize, but I think it was kind of recency biased. But I may still pick him. But this is coming from a guy who picked Derek Brunson. But I had the right idea. Derek Brunson is more skilled. He's just too old, too chinny, and on the way out. I don't even think Derek Brunson trains anymore. Okay, read that. Joey, instead of getting a hat with my NASCAR tracksuit, I think I'm going to get a crown from BK. I think you got the right idea. Joey's gambling. I don't know what you're saying there. Damn, bro, you had the right idea. I know. I think the Jones fight was like a $5 or $10 bet to win like 175 or something like that. This close. Had it not been for the nut shot, because the nut shot happened and then they didn't stop the clock for 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. Had it not been for that nut shot, I would have gotten it. Thoughts if Yan knees Merab like you did Aljo? I'll enjoy every second of it. I had a small bet on Grasso because the odds should have been a little closer. Yeah, I just bet on her to win by KO or TKO because I said it in my prediction. I said it on the stream. Grasso had a legitimate chance to win that fight. I didn't think she was going to win, but she had a legitimate chance, and I could see her winning, and I would not be surprised at all. And with those odds, even though, ultimately I end up picking the wrong method, I had the right idea on that one. I think we'll find out who Hamzat is fighting next after next Saturday. Yeah, he may fight for the welterweight title. Last chance for Marvin. Last chance for what? I don't think Marvin's ever touching a belt, ever. I think the bigger discussion about Yan O'Malley fight is all cheating. I agree it was a robbery, but can't overlook all the cheating. Yeah. I mentioned it while I was watching it live. Dude was fence grabbing left and right. He's just a cheater. And he lost still. He cheated in excess, and he still lost. And somehow the judges gave him the decision. It was one of the worst decisions I've seen in the last 10 years. And I know some people think I'm biased, and that's why I'm saying that. It's nothing to do with bias. If you open your eyes, even in the third round is a clear round for Petr Yan. People don't understand the rules, and they think one cut or a little bit of blood automatically wins you a round. That's not how it works. Go read the rules. Concussive damage. You doing a Bellator stream tomorrow? Yes. Joey pleasuring guys online since 2021. Yeah. Nothing better than firing up the computer and getting on a live stream and, pleasuring about 70 guys at one time. You guys are too far. You guys are taking it too far. Pause. But yeah, hilarious. I had O'Malley winning that. You're extremely biased. I do not like O'Malley at all. I mean, well, if you had O'Malley winning that, I suggest you check yourself into a rehab because you were smoking crystal meth. So that's my best advice to you. By submission was plus 1,700. That's crazy. Yeah, my dad thought O'Malley beat Yan. He was somewhat of a casual, though. Yeah, well, you need to check him into rehab, too, because I think he might be smoking crystal meth. I hope Yan flying knee KOs Merab in 5 seconds. That would be so enjoyable. I think Jan's going to beat the brakes off him and then finish him in the third round. Joey, your vigorous demands for Mike Grundy to be avenged again in your recent video had me dying laughing. Dude, I'm glad you guys I'm glad some of you guys, because there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people that totally understand that, because a lot of people aren't watching every prelim. But the people who understood the Mike Grundy situation, I'm really appreciative to you guys. So thank you, Sam. I'm glad you picked up on it. I'm glad you got a good laugh out of it. But I was being serious, okay? I need Mike Grundy to be avenged by Jack Shore. I need the ultimate revenge for Mike Grundy. What happened to Mike Grundy was just something that affected me deeply, okay? Mike Grundy was done dirty by everyone involved, and it honestly ruined my entire 2022, damn near. So we need justice for Mike Grundy, and I hate Makwan Amirkhani. I will never I need Makwan Amirkhani, and I need him KO'd like 4 or 5 times before I can truly forgive him. And I need one of those like Herb Dean KOs where he gets KO'd and then he's getting punched and Herb Dean's poking him with a stick. Do something. Do something. And he's just getting brutal. His head bounced off the mat. Let me take you back to one of the other times I felt this way. It was about Chris Weidman. I've forgiven Chris Weidman at this point, okay? All the way back at UFC 162, back in, I believe it was 2013, Chris Weidman KO'd Anderson Silva. Fair enough, he KO'd him. He put him out. And in the rematch, Anderson Silva throws a leg kick, snaps his leg. Chris Weidman trots around the octagon. Trots around the cage, draped in the American flag, celebrating. While Anderson Silva is writhing in agony. Dude is celebrating like he won the Super Bowl. And it genuinely pissed me off, and I hated Chris Weidman for the longest time. And then I saw him get brutalized, a career-altering beating by Luke Rockhold. But that wasn't enough for me. That wasn't enough. Then I saw him get flying knee KO'd by Yoel Romero. Still wasn't enough for me. Then I saw him get brutally finished by Gegard Mousasi. Wasn't enough for me. Then I saw him get KO'd by Jacare Souza in a fight that I believe Weidman was winning. Still wasn't enough. Then I saw him get KO'd by Dominic Reyes. Still wasn't enough for me. And then I saw what happened to him against Uriah Hall. And I said, you know what? It's time to put that behind me. And I wasn't happy about that. I'm not cheering on anybody getting injured. But I was always cheering for Weidman to get brutally finished because of what he did. The way he draped himself in the American flag. And just ran around the cage celebrating while another man is writhing in agony. I couldn't imagine. I literally couldn't imagine celebrating a victory in that fashion. And I know I'm not an MMA fighter, but take whatever type of competition you want. That's literally like you're in the finals of a Madden tournament and it's down to the wire. It's down to the wire. You're up by 3 points and you're playing at the storefront at GameStop. And next thing you know, a drunk driver comes storming through the front door and runs over your opponent. And then next thing you know, you're draping the American flag over yourself and running around celebrating. That's what it was the equivalent to. And, I held that grudge against Chris Weidman for a long time. But after I saw him snap his leg, I said, you know what? I can't hold it against him anymore. And I moved that grudge over. There was no grudge for a while. And then Makwan Amirkhani. He's got a target on his back, I'll tell you that much. I want to see him brutally KO'd multiple times. I can't forgive or forget what he did to Mike Grundy and Mike Grundy's terminally ill father. Can't forget it. Can't forgive it. And I'm not kidding it. Honestly, it made me feel some type of way. It really made me feel some type of way. What they did to Mike Grundy, what the UFC did to Mike Grundy, was one of the biggest travesties in MMA. Like, I almost wanted to make an entire video based on it. Because it wasn't talked about. It happened and then people forgot about it. They moved on to the next fight and it was what it was. But for me, that stuck with me. That stuck with me. Like, I almost felt like I needed to go see a therapist after watching that. It was heartbreaking. It was truly heartbreaking. And Mike Grundy is going to get some revenge this weekend. Jack Shore, or not this weekend, 2 weeks from now, or a week from Saturday. Let me put it that way. We are going to see some justice. Justice from Mike Grundy. Guys, do me a favor. I forgot to tell you in the beginning of the stream. Run up the likes on the stream. If you guys could scroll down, like the stream, run up the likes. Like the stream if you want to see Mike Grundy brutally KO'd. Like the stream if you want to see me put Makwan Amirkhani in the Boston Crab. Okay? But yeah, I don't even know how we got talking about that. I don't know where we were even at. But yeah. You think Shavkat runs through Bilal? I don't think he runs through him, but I think he beats him. Bilal versus Covington prediction? I don't know if Covington ever comes out of the witness protection, so I'll go Bilal. Ian Gary, Sparks, Picogram, Jones into the Shadow Realms. Okay. Bilal will take Shavkat to school if they fight. I don't know about all that. Hit the like button. Thank you. I was hoping there would be a live stream. What's up, Joey? What's going on, Vince? Your wish has been granted. Both Weidman fights were flukes. I mean, I can't necessarily say I disagree with you. Bisping told Chris Weidman to keep his dad on a leash. That's still my boy! That was one of the funniest moments in MMA. Chris Weidman's just beat to a bloody pulp. He's absolutely destroyed. He's been just pummeled thanks to Herb Dean. What a horrible stoppage. Herb Dean should have been thrown in jail for what he did to Chris Weidman. I enjoyed it, secretly. But Herb Dean should have been thrown in jail for what he did there. And dude's dad grabbed the microphone. And that's still my boy! Hilarious. I'm blanking on this Mike Grundy situation. I'm not filling you in, Billy. I'm not filling you. Don't ever ask me to fill you, ever. And if you're casual, I can't fill you in, Billy, okay? With all your horrible recommendations, I got a grudge against you, too. I got an axe to grind, okay? Weidman ended up getting a dose of karma. Dominic Reyes put him in another dimension. Dude, it was a crisp right hand by Dominic Reyes. Let's go. Joey's live. What's up, Jack? Watch you every day, bro, but rare to catch you on a live on Eastern time. What's up from Michigan? What's going on, Gary? Happy to see you in the stream. Very happy to see you on the stream. Do you think Faber's win against Simon was an early stoppage? I don't remember it, to be honest, so I can't speak to it. 30-27 Yan. Yan outstruck Sean every single round. I agree 100%, and I think it's true. 100% true. Which leg snap was worse, Weidman or Silva's? I think they both were horrible. Hopefully they drag Amirkhani's dad out after the brutal KO for a still my boy moment. I saw that. That'd be hilarious. Imagine Jack Shore just beats the piss out of him for 3 rounds. And they got to drag his dad out there. Who's the best fighter to never won a title? Maybe Yoel Romero. Honestly, felt like Dustin should have gloated more when Conor broke his leg, but he's got some class. Yeah, but people want to say Dustin's a poor sport, but yet they suck off Conor on a regular basis. I can't believe Billy's going into the chat and asking me to fill him. That's too far. I had Mallet, Jadis Vicious, and Grasso by sub. How much did you win, Luke? Amirkhani did nothing wrong. Is he supposed to lay down and lose? Yes, he is. Look, I'm telling you right now, if I go out there and I find out some dude's terminally ill dad is watching the fight, I'm throwing the fight and I'm never telling a soul. I couldn't do it. Bare minimum, I'm not choking him out in 60 seconds, all right? What do you think about Shavkat potentially being a dominant champion? I feel like he has an answer for most fighters. I don't know about a dominant champion. The welterweight division is so good, but I could see it. Thoughts on Davey Grant? Do you think he's still the same after the damage he's taken? I mean, he's all right. He's a gatekeeper for the top 15. That's all he is. I hate to break it to you. Where does Darren Till go after being released from the UFC? Power slap. I think power slap. So, Joey, did you see the movie 65? Yes, I did. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. You said Chris Weidman celebrating while Anderson Silva was writhing in pain and is unbelievable, but you celebrate O'Malley's injury all the time. Oh, really? Really? Are you sure about that? Because guess what? One is a serious injury. One was no injury at all. O'Malley had, what was O'Malley's injury? Well, tell me, fill me in. Let me know in the chat. What did O'Malley have an injury of? What was his injury? Tell me his injury. I believe he was perfectly fine. I believe he went home right afterwards. He didn't even need to go to the hospital. He didn't need any rehabilitation. He didn't need surgery. He didn't need to see a doctor because there was no serious injury. Oh, you make fun of O'Malley. You make fun of O'Malley. He had a sore kneecap. Oh my God. What are we ever going to do? Dude, if you think for 1 second O'Malley being a little bitch and getting stretchered out of the cage because he had a sore kneecap is the equivalent to someone snapping their leg, compound fracture of their leg, you think that's the same thing? Dude, you need to get off the crystal meth. But fill me in. Fill me in. What was the injury, bro? What was the injury? Let me know. I'm waiting. I'm looking at the bottom of the chat right now. Let me know what the injury was. Where's the medical report? What was the diagnosis? Guess what? There isn't one. You know why? Because there was no serious injury. Okay, moving on because this clown doesn't have an answer. Doesn't have an answer. Is Still My Boy or Jessica I pumping up the crowd the biggest cringe? Jessica I pumping up the crowd was the biggest cringe. Fair enough. I was just curious. If let me put it this way, and I've said this multiple times. If O'Malley ever snapped his leg, had a very serious injury, I would never make a single joke about it ever. Because I don't wish serious injury about any of these fighters. I don't hate any of these guys. I don't know any of these guys personally. Other than Makwan Amirkhani, I do hate him for what he did to Mike Grundy. I don't hate Sean O'Malley. You think I'm wishing for a serious injury upon him? What makes it funny is, what makes it hilarious, the whole point of the joke, which is what you're missing, the whole point of it is he got stretchered out of the cage with no serious injury. That's what's so funny about it. That is hilarious. Absolutely, positively hilarious. And that's the point of the joke. So, if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So, but let me know let me know, guys, in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Do you think, honestly, I would never make fun of somebody who got a serious injury ever, whether it be Chris Weidman, whether it be Sean O'Malley, whether it be, whoever you want to name, Aljamain Sterling. But yeah, I'd never laugh at that. It's not funny. I don't want these guys are going out there to try to make paychecks to feed their families. And I enjoy it. I watch it for entertainment. You think I'm wishing somebody gets injured? I'm almost getting soft to the point I'm like, damn, that guy got KO'd. I don't even feel right about that. Especially when they get KO'd and then Herb Dean's over there smoking a cigarette while the dude's just getting his brains bashed in. His head's just bouncing off the canvas like Derek Brunson's. So, yeah. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Slide Tendencies, thank you for the $2 super chat. Anybody want to see Colby versus Hamzat? Who takes it? I do want to see Colby versus Hamzat, and I would go Hamzat 100%. Colby's not taking him down. Hamzat's the better striker and has more power. Hamzat would take that. I'm pretty confident in that. I would pick Hamzat confidently. Jorge keeps incriminating himself more and more every interview he does. Congressman Masvidal will find a way to weasel his way out of it. Find a way to weasel his way out of it. Herb is drunk. So is Bisbang. Yeah, fill Billy up, Joey. Stop it. Yeah, but Jessica I pumping up the crowd's more cringe. Herb Dean makes too much damage. Mark Smith let no damage happen at all. Dude, Herb's an idiot. Think about this. Think about what Herb did on Saturday at UFC 285. He watched Derek Brunson's lifeless body. He's laying there in full guard like this. And he just watched it. Boom, boom, boom. It's just snapping his head off the canvas. Just getting smashed with shots. Hammer fist from Drakus. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to stop this. This is perfectly reasonable. and his corner, Derek Brunson, has to throw in the towel. Then we get to an absolute war like Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Jeff Neal. They are going to war. They are battling it out. They are throwing hellacious shots. They are both just eating a lot of damage. They clinch up for 1 second. And keep in mind, their clinch was entertaining. Shavkat, close range, one of the best clinch fighters I've seen. And what do we have from Herb? While this all-out war, competitive back-and-forth fights going back, now all of a sudden he wants to do his job. Let's fight. Let's work. Let's work. We're watching an all-out war, and we got to listen to Herbert Dean clap his hands over and over and over again. If I saw Herb Dean out on Saturday night after UFC 285, I'd give him the Congressman Masvidal treatment. I'll tell you that much. Herb is terrible. Herb needs to be fired. I don't want to wish anyone to lose their income, but Herb needs to find a new career. My biggest fear is in life is being caught in a leg lock by Paul Harris and Herb Dean's the ref. Yeah, that's a pretty logical fear to have. Amir Albazi versus Kai Kara prediction. Is that fight official? I would go Kai Kara. Kai Kara is just too well-rounded, too powerful. Hey, Joey, I got Yan in this one. Did you see him sprawl on Hamza? I did not see that. Yeah. Have you been in a fight? Yeah, I Boston Crabbed like 3 dudes the other day. I was coming out of the supermarket and 3 guys tried to jump me and steal my groceries. And I put all 3 of them in the Boston Crab. Luckily there was CCTV footage. There was no charges pressed. I was just in a self-defense scenario. What do you say? What do people say who think Shavkat doesn't have cardio or defense to be champion? I don't know how you say he doesn't have cardio. I mean, that's crazy to me. The defense, okay, we can talk about that weakness. But the cardio, he went 3 hard rounds. He could dial that back and go 5 rounds, no doubt. If he commented a card with Izzy, Moreno, and Garbrandt, probably. Part of me wants Marlon to win. What are you talking about? Please, Jan, win. Perennial nerve. Volkov versus Romanov. Prediction? I don't know. I'm probably going Romanov, but I might pick Volkov. I just think Volkov's defensive wrestling isn't that good. How do you think Makwan would do in Power Slap? Hopefully not well. Nah, man, no hate, just wondering. Yeah, no hate this from this side either. I was just answering in a very passionate fashion. O'Malley was dancing in a video the day after. Do you remember? I don't remember that, but it doesn't surprise me. He was perfectly fine. He had no injury, so I don't know why someone's acting like dude had an injury. He didn't. Yeah, I never laughed at Connor's injury. This weekend's card is low-key, very stacked, really good fights. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Saturday. What did Makwan Amirkhani do to Grundy? Ask someone in the chat to fill you in, dude. I can't talk about it anymore. It just makes me depressed. Yo, Joey, a cheetah leg kick would mess up your leg, too. I damn sure wouldn't get stretchered out of the cage with no serious injury. Dude, what were you saying weird shit in the chat for? Okay, where are we at? I lost my spot now. Joey, can you fill me in on the Mike Grundy situation, dude? If you guys want me to talk about the Mike Grundy situation, someone's gonna have to bite the bullet and send a super chat. Because I can't stomach it anymore. I like how Patrick threw me a crab on Instagram. I'm going to message him back real quick. Look, my man's an artist. I'm going to follow him to show him some support. I like it, man. I like it. Dude's out there painting. Let me send him a crab back. Boston. Let's see. How do I find... Oh, I'm dumb. Crab. There we go. Oh, no. Grundy situation, please. Sly, I hate you for that $2 dono. Mike Grundy is taking on Makwan Amirkhani in, I believe, March of 2022. Mike Grundy's father is terminally ill. He's basically going to pass away any week now. And he came to watch his son compete in the UFC. He's sitting cage side. He's on the verge of death. He may only have a couple weeks to live. I think he obviously since passed away, I believe. And Makwan Amirkhani guillotines him immediately and chokes him out cold. And then he's cut from the organization. It was hard to watch. Mike Grundy's father. Let's see. How long after did he pass away? Maybe he's still alive. Yeah, but he was dedicating the bout to his father. I wonder if he passed away. I assumed he did. But if not, I mean, he's still terminally ill. So it's just super depressing. Yeah, and it was under a minute too. It was under a minute. It was super depressing. I can't find any information on if his father passed away. I thought I saw that he did. I thought I saw that he had terminal lung cancer. Father. There should be an update here. Yeah, there's no update. Let's see if I can find Mike Grundy's Instagram. I think I looked it up at some point and I saw that he passed away. Let me take a look. I'm looking. I don't see anything. Oh my goodness! I'm not logged in on a computer, so I can't look. Yeah, I think he passed away, but I can't find it for sure. It's just super unfortunate, dude. Look, I'm not supporting this, dude. Don't be putting any shit like that in the chat, dude. Don't be putting shit like that in the chat. I don't want to see that dumb shit. It's not funny. That's not funny at all. Okay? Are you Joey Grundy? Yeah. My name is Joey Grundy. Can someone explain in the chat? How do you think Sarukian fares against Islam now with a bit more of experience? I honestly think Islam would outstrike him. But I think it would be a highly competitive fight, and it's a fight that I want to see in the future. But I think Islam's striking is just too technical. His jab is very good. It's ever improving. I would probably go Islam Makhachev. He would win with his striking. Okay, now where are we at? Joey, how much do I have to donate for you to stand up on camera? I've stand up on camera multiple times. But if you send me $100, I'll stand up on camera right now in my underwear, okay? I don't know if you're necessarily going to see anything, but I'll stand up on camera in my underwear. You send 100? You send 100? Maybe I'll have to go put some pants on. I don't know. It might just be perfect where, because of how tall I am. Yeah, I'll probably have to go put some pants on. So don't hold that to it. But yeah, I think my I'm not even getting into that. You get the point. I think because of where the camera is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because this guy right here is too tall. There you go. I actually technically just stood up. Look, there you go. I used my arms to do it though. Anyway, dude, and also Loopy MMA, you're a clown. Let me just put it this way: you're a clown. And why don't you go simp? Why don't you go simp some more for women fighters you don't know? Okay. I think Loopy is an absolute clown who simps for women's fighters. And I think it's embarrassing that you're in this chat making new accounts on the daily just to come into this chat. You clown. And you don't got $100 to donate, okay? I think you're just throwing out shit like that and trying to act like, oh, how much do I got to donate for you to stand up? Look, how about you come to Maryland and I'll put you in a Boston Crab for free. Okay? I'll even send you gas money on the way over because I know you can't afford it. Okay? I don't know why you're asking about donating. You can't afford it, bro. So I'll send you some gas money. Drive your ass to Maryland. I'll put you in a Boston Crab. Easy. Easy. Okay? Yeah, exactly, Loopy. Shut your fucking mouth. Okay? Pause. I gotta stop with the cussing because I like to use the cuss words for dramatic effect. And, yeah. Yeah. Dude, easy, Boston Crab. Easy. Easy. Now I got to go back and find the MMA related questions. Dude's talking shit. Loopy is known for simping over female fighters. Yeah, so that's what he does. That's what he does. Yeah, but I think even at this point, Herb Dean's even waving the fight off. Okay, Herb Dean's waving it off. Loopy don't want no more. Okay. He's too busy simping for female fighters. And supposedly he was mad. I heard through the grapevine, Loopy was mad that Tracy Cortez was getting ran through because he secretly online loved her. And she's getting ran through by the whole gym. And supposedly he was really upset by that. He wanted to be a part of that gym. But she doesn't like men that are 5'8". And 120 pounds and doesn't have gas money to get to the gym. So, dude disappeared from the chat. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Loopy's gone. Easy. Boston Crab. Herb Dean's waving it off. Herb Dean's waving it off. Yeah. Dude's a simp for Tracy Cortez. He's trying to flex about donations. He doesn't even got money to donate to Tracy Cortez, who he wants to simp for. He can't even afford her OnlyFans, all right? So, yeah. Dude doesn't want it. He comes into the chat talking all that crap, saying this and that. Yeah. Look, I would appreciate you guys if for the next 2 minutes you can just make fun of Tracy Cortez in the chat because I'm sure that would get to him. I'm sure that would really upset him. So everyone just start just making fun of Tracy Cortez in the chat. That would really upset Loopy. Joey, don't you have a subscription to Jessica Andrade's OnlyFans? That was between me and you, useless, okay? That was between me and you. Yeah, I think even at this point, Herb Dean's waving it off. He's like, nah. Loopy's corner threw in the towel, all right? Loopy's corner threw in the towel. Yep. All right, I'm scrolling back up to the MMA related questions. Should Gamrot versus Gaethje? Should Gamrot be Gaethje's next opponent, win or lose next weekend? No. But maybe. I wouldn't mind that. I don't think Gaethje wants that fight, especially if he beats Fiziev. Do you think Colby is even training, or is he waiting for a payday from Jorge outside the octagon? I think he's training. But he's in witness protection, so he's like at a home gym. Herb took Joey's girl in high school. Get 10K cash or catch Herbert Dean lacking. I don't understand the joke. I'm not sure. Why did Jason Herzog stand up Valentine? It was, I don't know. Bro, the Brunson fight wasn't as bad as Marquez stoppage. I don't know what the ref was doing. Yeah, the ref was horrible in that one too. The ref was horrible. The ref was horrible. Joe, you're a superhero saving the defenseless lives with the Boston Crab. Yeah. Look, when someone comes in here, and all of a sudden they try to be like all tough on internet chat behind a faceless name, saying, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? Why are you doing this? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't have that type of personality, okay? I ain't built like that, okay? You're old enough to fight at least once. I told you I got in a fight at the supermarket the other day. 3 guys, Boston crabbed. Easy. Easy work. What's a bigger issue, worse in your opinion, reffing or judging? Probably judging, honestly. But the reffing is really bad. Is Shavkat Neal fight of the year so far? Maybe, but that might be recency bias. Who would you have out of Usman and Khamzat? I would have Usman winning. I would take Khamzat. I think the ability to stuff the takedown would be massive. Would be massive. Yeah, I just find it weird people try to bring drama into the chat. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like this. Like CM right here. $2 donation. Would you KO or sub MMA Guru in an MMA fight? Look, if you want me to say something where you can be like, hey, MMA Joey said this about you. MMA Joey said that about you, like you weird internet people want to do, you're going to have to at least bump it up to $10, and then I'll give you a good answer. I don't know. I think it would be a decision win. That's what you're getting for $199, okay? That's what you're getting for $199. You're going to have to bump that up to $10 if you want a good answer out of that one. Who's your favorite fighter currently? Maybe Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev. Joe, you're doing a watch along tomorrow for Bellator 292? That I am. Me and my coworkers actually did some Boston crabs during lunch break today. Did you really? Imagine simping over a girl you're never going to pull. That loopy dude gets more emotional than MMA farting. That is true. That is true. Look, these people, and maybe CM's just having a little bit of a laugh here, but there's so many people that just be sending shit and be like, hey, say this about this guy, or what do you think about that guy? And they just try to get these answers out of you because they like stirring up drama for some reason with YouTubers. I can't imagine having that type of life. Not necessarily about UCM. I'm just saying in general. It's a thing that's gone on around these parts. How do you see Jones versus Blades fight going? I think Jones would keep it on the feet and outstrike him. Outstrike him with ease. Probably eventually win a 50-45 decision. 50-45 decision. Loopy might be on his way to Maryland. Watch your back door. I will. And guaranteed. Look, if someone broke into my house tonight, the first thing I'm going for is a Boston crab. I'm not going for a firearm. I'm not going for a knife. I'm not going for a bat. The only thing I'm pulling out is the Boston crab. And there isn't going to be no rope to grab on for a referee break. There ain't going to be no Herb Dean to save your lifeless body. It's okay, Joey. Thank you, CM, for the $10 super chat. I wasn't necessarily talking about you, bro. I wasn't necessarily talking about you. It just reminded me of those types of people who were going to like that and then try to say, oh, so-and-so said this. It's okay, Joey, but seriously, Jesse is bottom of the barrel MMA content, maybe below Chael. Look, I don't know. I don't watch. I haven't seen anything since I first started my channel when people were letting me know about Diego Sanchez videos. But I'll tell you this. I do not enjoy any clickbait on YouTube. I just don't enjoy it. It's not for me. Anybody doing clickbait, I understand why they're doing it. They're desperate for views. They're desperate for the revenue. And clickbait gets views, okay? And everybody naturally wants views and wants clicks. If you're running a YouTube channel, you want to make some money. But for me, I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan of it, regardless of who's doing it. So if that is in fact what he's doing, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But again, I don't have to watch it. Neither do you. So we can just completely ignore it and move on about our lives. Because you know what? That's what YouTube is. It's a big place for everyone. I guarantee there's people that probably love that stuff. It's not for me. It's not for me. But some people do love it. And I don't know why they would, but they do. Luckily, YouTube doesn't hold a gun to your head and force you to watch. So you can watch me instead of him. You can watch somebody else instead of me. You can watch, you have a endless loop. There's so many MMA content creators out there. I can't even imagine how many there actually is, okay? Most of them, in my opinion, are not worth watching. I'm not saying that I am. It's just my personal opinion. I don't watch really any MMA YouTube content creators. You know, I check in a little bit here and there. But I'm telling you, most MMA content creators will tell you, you make enough videos, you do enough streams, you don't want to watch anything. I don't want to watch anything. And I didn't watch anything before. I don't even watch. People call me a casual for this. I don't even watch the embeddeds. I don't even watch the countdowns. I didn't watch the embeddeds for 285. I kept telling myself I was going to, but I just didn't care. And as far as Chael Sonnen goes, I'll shit on Chael Sonnen all day because Chael Sonnen is horrific. Chael Sonnen is horrific. First off, he has no idea what he's talking about. Second off, he's been carrying water for the UFC for many, 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 many years. Third off, I don't know if he's playing a character or all the years of getting his brains bashed in combined with illegal substances has truly caused the man brain damage. Because Chael Sonnen, I mean, at one point I remember him saying Derek Lewis has never been finished. Derek Lewis has been finished like 18 times. That's an exaggeration, but you get the point. So Chael Sonnen's horrible. Chael Sonnen's bottom of the barrel. And I believe that Chael Sonnen is secretly heavily in debt. Because this man goes to his studio and records about 30 videos in a sitting. And the most that he's doing is crossing his legs, okay? He's just crossing his legs, uncrossing his legs, crossing his legs, uncrossing his legs, talking in circles. There's an intro, there's an outro, there's an ad in the middle. And I truly believe he's just pumping those out because he's getting the clicks. He's like, my name is Chael Sonnen, I'm getting the clicks. He is phoning it in, and it's horrible. So I hope that was worth your $10 donation, CM. I hope you got enough out of me there. Thank you for the $10 super chat. What's up, MMA experts? I see you in the chat, man. What's going on? I appreciate you very much. Thank you for your support, man. And look, anybody that's doing the weird shit, immediate ban. Immediate ban. If you're trying to throw out the N-word in the chat, it's not funny at all. I don't find it humorous at all. It's not funny to me. It's not even clever. Come up with something clever. You're being immediately banned, okay? So just so you know that, if you're going to try to spam, oh my God, I'm going to spell out the N-word with individual letters in the chat. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Who would have ever thought of that? You're getting banned immediately. And if I saw you in person, I'd Boston crab you just for the trouble of having to ban you. Gary, thank you for the $5 super chat. What is worse, the losing streak of Joanne Wood or Neil Magny's hairline? Neil Magny's hairline. I'd rather lose 20 in a row and watch Joanne Wood fight in the co-main event of every pay-per-view card than look at Neil Magny's hairline, let alone have it, you know? I'm gonna print out a picture of Neil Magny. I'm taking it to the barber. I'm like, give me this. I guarantee he'll kick me out right away. But yeah, it's just these people are just crazy. Imagine having the time to do that. These people that do that, it's not even about, you know, using racial slurs in YouTube chats. Like, you honestly think that's funny somehow? It's not even funny. It's not creative. There's nothing. It does nothing. You just spell out a word in chat. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Oh my God, that's mind-blowing. I couldn't imagine it. These are grown men, most likely. I doubt these are even teenagers. These are grown men doing this. Think about how sad that is. It honestly makes me want to report them to some psychiatrist of some sort, because they genuinely need mental help, okay? If you were a grown man and you were doing that in your spare time, think about that. Think about that. Being a grown man and doing that in your spare time, I can't imagine that. I literally can't. Like, I understand, okay, if you want to come into the chat and, you know, be a little bit funny and maybe send some message, it's kind of funny. But to do that? That's so weird. That is so weird to be a grown man doing that. Reevaluate your life. Go see a psychiatrist. Please get outside and make some friends. And I wish the best for you, honestly. I really do, because my guess is you're probably, you know, somewhere between 25 to 30 years old. You probably have no money in your bank account. You probably never been with a woman. And it's just, and now you're spamming racial slurs in somebody's YouTube chat. Oh, that's so cool, man. That's so awesome. Oh my God, it's so creative. But I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. These people need to get a life. Okay, where was I at now? I have no idea where I was at, but I gave that guy the reaction that he wanted. So I hope he enjoyed it. Yeah, but Neil Magny's hairline's terrible. Thank you, Gary, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Damon Jackson's hairline. Damon Jackson kind of had his hairline coming back. Yeah, I might have missed a lot. So if you guys sent something and I missed it, just put it in the chat again. If you had to make one fight as an MMA fan, what are fights? If you had one fight to make someone an MMA fan, what fights are you showing them? For me, it's Bones Gus 1. Honestly, probably because of recency bias, Yuri Prohaska, Glover Teixeira. Joey, cops arrived. Joey, how you coppers like my Boston Crab? Yeah. Okay. The clickbait kills me. Yeah, clickbait's garbage. The clickbait's garbage. It's not something that I support. The best thing you can do is ignore that garbage. The best thing you can do. I'm a therapist and I'm here for you if Grundy doesn't get avenged. I appreciate you, Dude Machine. I can't keep up with Chael's videos anymore. 35 in 1 week. Bro's got to slow down. That he does. He's desperate for that ad revenue. I feel like Michael Venom Page would actually do the Boston Crab. Look, if I ever become filthy, filthy, filthy rich and I got like $1 billion, I am putting a $20 million bounty on the Boston Crab. I'll put a $10 million. $10 million will still get it done. I'll say, look, I'll put it out in the ether. I'll say, look, if anybody in the UFC pulls off a Boston Crab, I will give them $10 million. What do you think of Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain fight, Joey? I thought Kron Gracie, I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Kron Gacy. Kron Gracie, he's back from the dead. He's back from the dead. I thought he's retired. When's the last time he even fought? Worth it, thanks. I'm glad it was worth it, CM. Drew Dober's in the chat. I don't know what that means. Crossing his legs, uncrossing his legs, crossing his legs, uncrossing his legs. Dude, that's last time I seen a Chael video, that's all he did. Joey's going in tonight. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I was just shocked. I went to watch your prediction. It was everywhere. What are you talking about? I was just shocked. I went to watch your prediction. It was everywhere. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I don't know. What's unfunny? This guy seems pissed. I think deserved to be outed. Dude, I don't involve me in your shit, all right? Look, you got one chance. You got one last chance to be perfectly fine on the channel and be able to participate. But if you're going to try to stir up shit and involve me in some bullshit, you know, you can go simp in Tracy Cortez's DMs, okay? I don't need to be involved in that shit. I'm here to talk MMA. I don't want the clown shit in my chat. Oh, how much I got to donate for you to stand up? How much I got to do for this? Why do you make fun of this and make fun of that? Yeah, clown show. Can I borrow some of your MMA action figures to crab on? Yes. We need to see Magny versus Holland. I don't really care about that. Would you collab with MMA experts? I have before. Can't wait to see the Miami crowd for Burns versus Masvidal. I can't wait for 287 in general. The real question is, guys, how do we have 90 people in here and we have 34 likes, okay? We have 34 likes. What is going on? What is going on here? Like the stream. Also, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, we literally stream a couple times a week. So go subscribe to the channel. Go turn on notifications. Go watch all the videos. Go do all that good stuff. I would greatly, 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 greatly appreciate it. So, yeah. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. For some reason, you guys just, look. We have close to 90 people in here right now. If we get over 80 likes on this stream in the next 20 minutes, I'll go 2 hours. If we get over 80 likes in the next 20 minutes, I will go 2 hours tonight. I wasn't planning on going 2 hours tonight. I'm tired. I got a headache. That's why this stream's a little bit crazy. But if we get over 70 or 80 likes, I think I said, I don't even remember what I said now. I think I said 80. If we get over 80 likes, 2 hour stream. 2 hour stream. Can't wait to see the Miami crowd. I can't believe I bet on Damon Jackson against Ige. He went for like 1 takedown. I knew Dan Ige was going to work him over. It's a nightmare for him. Plus, he beat Neal and Bilal got destroyed. What are we talking? I don't know what we're even talking about there. When will you start running ads? There's already ads on my videos. I actually just recently realized YouTube is screwing me over. Because on some of my longer videos, they're placing so many ads. And I didn't realize it until I looked recently. And now I have to remove a bunch of those ads, and I have to check every video now because they're putting like 5 ads and 6 ads in a 20-minute video, and that's unacceptable for me. I don't need the money that bad, YouTube, and I think it turns people away too. I think it turns people away. If Bilal has no takedown threat of him realistically taking you down, his stand-up is garbage. His stand-up isn't garbage. It's not great though. Thoughts on Cody Garbrandt, Cub Swanson matchup? Makes sense. Makes sense. What's unfunny? Okay, read that. Man, there's a lot of fight announcements happening. Really fun fights coming up. I'm really excited. I am as well. What's up, MMA Now, man? What's going on, man? Some of the guys from the Discord. So I sent all my live viewers there the other day. They said you were a pretty cool dude. In the chat. They told me after the fact. I told them, go watch you. I hadn't seen you, but if they enjoyed it, make sure they subscribe to your channel. I hope some of them subscribe to your channel. But this guy seems like a good MMA YouTuber, and that's what I'm hearing from the Discord as well. So if everyone could do me a favor and go subscribe to this guy's channel right now. I put his link in the chat right now. Go show him some support. He's a newer MMA YouTuber as far as from what I've seen. He does videos about MMA content, prediction videos, stuff like that. Go subscribe to his channel. Everyone go to that link in the chat. Subscribe to his channel. Show him some support. He does similar stuff that I do. I haven't watched a whole lot. I have not watched a whole lot. I've seen a little bit. I've heard feedback from the Discord. I don't really watch a lot of MMA YouTube, but I try to support. I'm still a very small channel on YouTube, okay? But I try to support the even smaller channels on YouTube. So, dude, what are you doing, bro? What is this guy doing? Yeah, but if you guys could go subscribe to him. There's another guy in the chat acting like an idiot. I told him not to bring that drama here. But yeah. Yeah, thank you, man. I mean a lot. I've been watching MMA for about 15, 16 years. I love it. Yeah, I've been watching MMA for about 12. 13 maybe. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I just sent some people over. I just searched for UFC and then I filtered by live. And I sent them over and I know how it was. When I started not that long ago. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to gain any traction. So just keep doing it. Keep doing it, man. But if anybody enjoys MMA content, I put his link in the chat. Go subscribe to his channel. Show him some support. It'd be awesome. Help him pick up some subs. But only if you're going to watch. Don't subscribe to his channel if you're not going to watch. I watched MMA 2 years. I already do big bet. Okay, I'm happy for you. Let me scroll back up. And I appreciate you stopping in the chat, man. I didn't send anybody over there to try to get some, try to like get you to subscribe to my channel or anything weird like that or have you send people my way. I'm just trying to, show some support for other channels. That's all I'm doing. So don't think there was any ulterior motive to that. We do it multiple times a week. We do it multiple. Sometimes I find UFC people playing UFC video games, stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed the channel. I don't know if you ever heard of the channel before. I rated you the other day. But I hope you enjoyed the channel now that you've seen it. If you have watched a little bit. I think you have said you watched like one video or something. But yeah. Okay, let me scroll back up. Where was I at? I have no clue. What's the hardest part about starting as an MMA YouTuber? Just getting any type of traction. You know, when I first started my channel, I was making videos, spending time making them, and I was getting like 10 views. So, and also, it's really hard to talk on camera. It's really hard to talk on camera. That's the hardest part. CM, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. My man's just dropping dono after dono tonight. Message to the viewer. Like Joey's content, drop a $10 to $50 dono. I'll match it. Man puts out content for us. Dude, that's crazy. So you're telling me right now, CM, somebody drops a $50 dono, you're going to match it? You guys heard the man. You guys heard the man. CM's matching donations right now. I appreciate you, CM. Thank you for your support. You're too generous. I appreciate you very much, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And it's going to just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And one day, I don't know if it'll be this year. I don't think it will be. I don't know if it'll be next year. It might be. I don't know if it'll be 3 years from now. I want to hit 100K subs. That is my... when I set my mind to something, I'm just determined. No matter what, I'll do it, okay? No matter what, I will do it. I got a crazy mindset. And that's what has helped me run this channel. So, thank you, CM, for the donation, man. Look forward to plenty more content. There'll be a UFC 286 video out tomorrow, grading UFC 286. Tomorrow night, I'll do a Bellator stream. Saturday, I'll do a UFC stream. Sunday, maybe a prediction for UFC 286 if I'm not dead from Saturday. And, yeah, so there you go. There you go. But thank you, man. Thank you. Dude says he's going to match any donation. We'll see. Someone will come through eventually. I'm sure. Do you ever get burnout on MMA? Not really. Not yet, at least. Yeah, I'll be doing a Bellator stream. I'll be doing a Bellator stream tomorrow evening. Bellator 292. I almost said UFC 292. Your consistency is amazing. Thank you, man. Thank you. I try my best. I try my best. The way I started out was just pumping out nonstop videos to improve. Just to improve. And, yeah, and that's kind of what I did. And then eventually I started picking up some views. So, and now I'm sitting at 7,795 subs. So I couldn't be happier with that. And now I just drank this whole water and now it's falling over. What was the first videos of yours that blew up? A Joshua Fabia video. It got like 25,000 views. I could not believe it. I could not. I was getting like 30 views at the time. I released it. I told this story on stream before. I was taking my grandma to the doctor's and I took her in. I was out waiting in the car and I released it. I decided to just randomly release it in the morning. It was like 9 in the morning. And I checked it. I usually didn't check it that much because it was like I wasn't getting any views, so I wasn't like checking it. But I was just bored sitting in the car. So like 10 minutes later, I went back and checked it. I already had over 1,000 views or like 3,000 views, something like that. And I couldn't believe it. And the next thing you know, it ended up shooting up. Brandon Vargas, thank you for the $10 donation. Match this. Let's go. Thank you, Brandon Vargas. CM with the $10 dono as well. Appreciate you, man. We got like a dono train going on tonight. I appreciate you guys. You don't know how much I appreciate it. So thank you, Brandon Vargas. Dude said, match this. Let's go. And CM said, thanks, Brandon. Appreciate you. Yes, CM, you missed by 1 cent. I'm just kidding. Somebody in the chat said that. But you did, actually. But doesn't matter, dude. Same shit. Appreciate both you guys, man. Okay, now where was I at? Oh, my. Here we go. Patrick Austin, thank you for the $20 super chat. One more for you. Take you up on that offer, CM. Let's go. That's crazy. Thank you. I appreciate you, Patrick. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, I mean, you guys are just... for the fact that you guys are willing to spend your hard-earned money on me to support the channel is appreciated. Is very much appreciated. So thank you, Patrick. Okay. Where were we at? CM coming in again. Here you go, Joey. Enjoy, mate. 1 cent short again. Thank you, CM, for the $20 dono. The $19.99 dono. CM has an IOU for about 2 cents right now. I think this is like the most donos we've ever had at like one period of time right now. I got to take a picture of this. We got like the most donos at one point in time. I remember we did one stream. I can't remember what stream it was. And we must have did like, I don't remember what it was, but it was probably like 30 donos in one stream. And that was a while ago. It was early last year at some point. So thank you, CM. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate your guys' support. Yeah, I don't know how much more to say, but I really do appreciate you guys. Joey, you got to come visit me in Bali. Okay, maybe one day. Maybe one day. You live there, I'm assuming? 286 ball for you? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Hey, guys, you have no idea. Eventually, when I'm getting enough views on YouTube for ad revenue, also enough donations, I'm going to do this full time. So as long as this keeps going up and up and up and up and up, yeah, I mean, you imagine the level of content you're going to get out of me one day when I do this 100% of my time dedicated to this. You're going to go live, my friend. Go live, my friend. I'm probably going to go for a while, you know, at least for 2 hour stream at this point, you know, just because of these guys. But if you're still on, I'll send them your way. Turn on, if you're listening, go to YouTube Studio, go down to settings, go to community, scroll down, and specific channels who can redirect to my content. Type my name in there, and I can automatically, I don't even have to post a link, it'll automatically send the people in the chat to your stream afterwards. So go do exactly what I just said. I'll be able to redirect to you. And if you're still live when I end my live, I don't know exactly how long I'm going to go, I'll redirect to you. With Yan going 0-3 and being pieced up by the number 12 O'Malley, is it safe to say his title shot days are over for 2023 if he loses to Merab? If he loses to Merab, his title shot days are done for at least 2023, obviously. But otherwise, I think he could fight for a title in 2024. I don't think he loses to Merab, though. But I don't like the way you phrased that question. Earth Rocker, what are you on? Yeah, he's not going to lose to Merab anyway. Okay. I started watching WEC, got into UFC, do breakdowns on Saturday, Sundays. Wish I could do more, but kids, anytime there's a big fight announcement, I do a short. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good. Best of luck, my friend. All right, I'm going back up and finding some of these questions. Now that I don't have to scroll down and read all these donations, all right? You guys are forcing me to read donations. I like how I'm acting like it's a complaint. Where was I at? I don't even know. I don't even know where I was at this point. Everybody drop a like. Bring Chris Curtis on again. I enjoyed those interviews. I'll talk to him before UFC 287, most likely. I was trying to tell people to like. I think some cannot read. Yeah. Apparently people can't read. Don't burn yourself out, dude. I don't plan on it. When it comes to picking female fights, Loopy chooses who he thinks is more attractive. That is true. That is true. I wanted to hear about Stipe Miocic, but you don't talk about it. Stipe versus Jones, but you don't talk about it. You didn't ask about it. Ask a question about it, and I'll talk about it. I can't just, punch out into thin air. It's the fight that's going to happen at UFC 290. Too many ads equals Boston Crabs. That is true. Sitting in the upper legs, pulling at the kneecaps while opponent is on their back. Call it the crossing crab. We need to see it. Yeah, okay. I like betting, but I go for big odds too often. It hasn't been working. That never works. Dude, they're always going to get you with that. GPB, just lurking. Twizzy said, bless you. Appreciate you. Hypothetically, if Conor had defended his belt from Ortega, Edgar, and Ally Quinta, do you think he would have been top 10 GOAT? Why'd you throw Ally Quinta in there? Ortega, Edgar, and Ally Quinta? At featherweight or what? So he defends against Ortega and Edgar at featherweight and then Ally Quinta at lightweight? Probably top 10 GOAT. I don't know. It's hard to say. I just started an MMA channel predicting fights. My first video was this past pay-per-view, UFC 285. Best of luck, my friend. Best of luck. Do you ever get burned out? Not really. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I got to do all these videos, but I enjoy doing them. So I really do enjoy doing them. Do you like the current format of one pay-per-view event, then one fight night, then pay-per-view, and so on? Or would you rather have higher quality pay-per-views every 2 weeks? I mean, it's not really... They never really do pay-per-views this close together. It's usually one pay-per-view a month. And it's usually like a pay-per-view every 3 weeks-ish. Or 4 weeks even sometimes. Sometimes it's even 5 weeks. But, I prefer whatever gives us higher quality pay-per-views. How do you feel about people saying Yan is overrated? They're delusional. They are absolutely delusional, in my opinion. Joey approximately made over 500 on his most popular video. I did not make 500 on my most popular video at all. Not even close, probably. Not even close. I don't even know what my most popular video is. I'm not even sure. What is my most popular video? It's the Noons video, right? Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, I didn't make 500 for that. I didn't make $500 for that. I don't know where you came up with that number. I wish I made 500 for that. You guys have no idea. The day I can make a full-time income from this, you don't even know. This channel is going to be crazy good. Is this the most money you made in a stream? I don't think so. I had a stream early 2022 where I think I made a little over $200, something like that. Something like that. But hey, we keep getting into donos. This may be my the most money I ever made in a stream. Actually, I'm wrong. There was a stream where I made like $350. One guy donated $300. One single guy donated $300. The biggest donation I've ever gotten is $200 at one time. One guy donated $200 and then another $100. So it's kind of like a $300 donation. But the most one single donation I've gotten is $199.99. If anybody wants to I've never gotten a $500. So yeah, I'm waiting for that to come through one of these days. And I'm literally going to faint. Because if someone sends me $500, some random person who watches my videos, who appreciates the content, sends me $500 online, I'm literally going to probably faint. I won't even know how to react because I don't feel like I'm giving them a good enough reaction for their money. 286 is bought for you? Pretty much, yeah. Where'd you get the figurines behind you? MMA bobblehead. MMA bobblehead. He does autographed bobbleheads. What's up, Izzy? Maybe put this money towards Venom gear for the fiance. Maybe I can give all this donation money to my fiance and she'll let me bring her in here and put her into Boston Crab. If I could, I'd ambush her right now, drag her over here and put her into Boston Crab. Because my bedroom is this way. If any of you are ever wondering, my bedroom is like this way. Do you see any way Merab wins? I can see it happening, to be honest. The only way Merab wins is just to push him up against the fence. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. But I am worried that it is a smaller cage. I didn't realize that going into it. I thought it was at the arena. I thought it'd be a normal size cage. I don't like that. But yeah. These damn donations. Yeah, Billy, where are you at, man? I wanted a donation from Billy that said Wingstop is garbage. That's what I was hoping for. That's all I was hoping and praying for. Just did. Thank you. No problem. So I know we don't want to see him return, but it seems like Nick Diaz is coming back. What's a winnable fight? Tony Ferguson. And I don't even think that's winnable for him. I think Nick Diaz is so far past his prime. I don't want to see him fighting at all. If Conor stayed at featherweight right after beating Aldo, would you have seen him versus Holloway going? I think he probably beats Holloway, but I don't know. Holloway got so much better. I'll say he beats Holloway, though. Currently playing UFC 4 as Yan literally knocks someone out only throwing lead uppercuts. Dude is a level 80. That's annoying. Who do you think would win between Roman Dolidze and Dricus du Plessis? I think Dolidze would knock him out. I think Dolidze would win, and I'd be confident in Dolidze winning it. Is Nate Diaz going back to the UFC? It seems like he might. I mean, there's been nothing going on. Do you think they should do the winner of Fiziev Gaethje versus the winner of Oliveira Dariush for number one contender? It depends how those fights play out. I think if Azeev wins, he should kind of be in line for a title shot. But I also think if Beneil wins, he should be in line for a title shot. If Oliveira and Gaethje win, I say do a rematch between them for sure. But it's not a number one contender fight. I think this is a sign Yan wins by uppercut KO. Put your bets in. Okay. Okay, we'll have to put them in. Joey, are people who sent you those $300 and $200 still watch the channel? Yes. One of them is Derek. Derek, he donated yesterday or something. Yep. I think Merab will push on towards the cage. I hope not. He will try, but I don't think... I mean, Jan's very good in the clinch. Yan is very, very good in the clinch. And, yeah, I think... I don't think that Merab's going to be able to control him. Merab isn't that great in the clinch. He just bullies certain guys. Yan isn't going to be a guy to be bullied. What the hell even happened with Merab wins? Aljo doesn't even want to fight him. I don't know, man. Merab's just out there ruining the division. The current Nick Diaz probably loses to flyweight fighters. Dude, at this point, the only winnable fight for Nick Diaz is maybe me. And I don't even think he's beaten me. Dude's got CTE, but hopefully his jiu-jitsu submits me. Nick should really retire. Genuinely worried for his health. Me too. Fazeev said he would let Benny go first. Yeah, that makes sense. If you can get 4 $500 super chats, how long will you go for? So you're telling me 2,000? Dude, for 2,000, I'd probably have to stay for at least 5 hours. Why, are you threatening, or are you actually going to throw that out there? I don't think... There's no way. That's not happening. But I'd probably have to stay for at least 5 hours at that point. Benny is number one contender already if he beats Olives, no doubt. I agree. But I do understand how you can look at his resume and say, maybe he doesn't necessarily deserve it. What's up, DeGreat? Hope you're doing well. What's up, homie? What was wrong with Derek Brunson? That was wild. Dude's just chinny and he has no recovery. Very chinny and no recovery. That's what was going on. Marcel Spencer. Wonderboy loves you, Joey. Thank you for the $2 donation. He does not love me, bro. He does not love me. Let's see the $2,000 donation. Yeah, Billy, you could, if you didn't spend all that money at Wingstop, you could have sent me $2,000. I think if I got 4 $500 donations, I literally think I would have to go get my fiance and bring her in here in Boston Crab her. And if I couldn't get her in here, I had to go drag my neighbor out of his house and put him into Boston Crab. Because I don't know what would even be my reaction. Imagine if I just said, thank you. Like let's say Marcelo Spencer donated $500. Thanks for the $500 super chat, Marcellus. And then I just moved on. And then just ended the stream soon thereafter. Put your dog in the Boston Crab. My dog would bite me immediately if I tried to put him in the Boston Crab. Will Benson versus Usman be competitive? Benson beat Islam Magomedov from Team Habib, who was 19-1 at the time. Usman's a lot better than Magomedov. No, it will not be competitive. Benson will lose. He'll get outstruck and outgrappled. Benson's time is done. What's your favorite? What is your favorite cereal? I'm eating Frosted Flakes. My favorite cereal is probably Frosted Flakes, honestly. My favorite cereal is probably Frosted Flakes. Billy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Wingstop is trash besides Louisiana Rub, but I will never say Shake Shack is trash. I'm sorry. Dude, Shake Shack literally just gives you a crusty-ass, thin-ass burger like it's from McDonald's or some shit. Around here, we call it Boston Crabs the Walls of Jericho. That would have been a good super chat. You guys got to save those type of messages for the super chats because that's funny. Around here, we call it Boston Crab the Walls of Jericho. I think CM is done. He matched 2 donations. I don't know if he's matching the rest of these, bro. You asking too much out. He was donating before them. We want the Boston Crab. We want the Boston Crab. Oh my goodness. Bert's dad's in the chat. I got this weird feeling the UFC will do Islam versus Dustin. I hope not. I don't think that's going to happen. I think CM disappeared, man. I think he disappeared. He gave enough tonight, to be honest. We want the Boston Crab. I'm done. I need to invite Bert's dad over and put him in the Boston Crab. If Fiziev wins, they need to make Poirier fight him next. Can't avoid both Gamrot and Fiziev. Who the hell is he waiting for? Conor for the fourth time? It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. If he's waiting for Conor, I'd beat up Conor 10 times if I'm Dustin Poirier, because clearly I have his number. Conor's only on the decline. But yeah, Conor's not going to be fighting a second fight till God knows when. We don't even know when he's going to fight Chandler, to be honest. ONE FC versus Bellator would be crazy, but each fight would be insanely one-sided. Depending on the matchups, yeah. I would definitely give that to you, but I don't have that much money. No problem, man. Don't worry about it. That would be the last donation we demand, Boston Crabs. I like how you put an S on it. I'm just glad Billy is admitting that Wingstop is garbage. Magomedov was robbed in that fight? No, he wasn't. Dude, if anything, Benson was robbed because Magomedov was grabbing the cage. Magomedov was robbed in that fight. Okay, no, Magomedov was grabbing the cage. He deserved to get robbed. I tried to type 2000 and it wouldn't let me dono. Oh well, I'll try back to watching NASCAR. I definitely believe that. Just tried Shake Shack for the first time today and the burger was so small. Yeah, it's small as hell. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know how he enjoys that shit. It's just a crispy ass, thin ass burgers. CM said, Dom Data, donate 10 and I'll match you, buddy. See, CM's still here. CM's telling you, Dom, put your money where your mouth is. Jack says, I'm going to put you in a Baltimore lobster, Joey. I don't even know what that even means, and I don't like the sound of that. Dustin's really should fight Armin. I would like it. I don't think he's going to take that fight. I don't think he's going to take that fight at all. But that would be, imagine that's the April main event, the fight night main event. We get Dustin Poirier versus Armin Tsarukyan. That'd be a banger of a fight. I would really look forward to that one. In reality, I can be there in 20. Okay, sweet. In reality, we live in all Dustin and Justin's need to do is one fight and get a title shot. I don't want to see them fight for a title anymore. I don't want to see either one of them fight for a title ever again at this point. I wouldn't mind watching Michael Chandler fight for a title again, but he's got to get some quality wins. Because I think the matchup versus Islam would be fun. What are your thoughts on letting former fighters be judges? I don't think that necessarily fixes the issue because they're going to be biased towards certain fighters. I had a fat double bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's the other day. It was 1,000 calories for the burger. Yeah, it was probably $1,000 too. Last time I went to Wendy's was like a couple years ago and it was mad expensive. I had no idea Wendy's was that expensive. Joey's dogs in me DMs. I don't even know what that means, bro. I don't think Billy meant it. Since Billy admitted Wingstop is garbage, does that call for a 3-hour stream? No, I don't think so. Do you think Usman destroys Benson? I don't know about destroy, but I'm probably picking him by finish. CM, thank you for the $10 donation. Dom Data went silent. Dude, he's calling you out, Dom. He's calling you out. Haha. Thoughts on the pound for pound list now? Do you agree with the updated rankings? Let me take a look. UFC rankings. Pound for pound. How would I rank it? I would go Jon Jones. Okay. I already disagree with it. Jon Jones deserves to be number 1. Islam Makhachev should be number 2. Alexander Volkanovski should be number 3. And then we got Alex Pereira behind Adesanya. How does that make any sense? Leon Edwards, I don't think he deserves to be number 4, to be honest. I'm going to be quite honest. I would rank Brandon Moreno above Leon Edwards in pound for pound. I would rank Jamal Hill above Leon in pound for pound, probably. Yeah, I don't agree with them. I hate the pound for pound rankings in general, and I think the people who compile the rankings are horrible. And I'm tired of it. Hold on 1 second. Joey, I had Wingstop the night of 285 and it wasn't that bad. Dude, shut up. It was horrible. It's horrible. It's garbage. But yeah, the pound for pound rankings, the people who make the pound for pound rankings are, I mean, you can look it up on the UFC's website. How are the rankings compiled? How are the rankings determined? The rankings are generated by a voting panel made up of media members. The rankings panel is comprised of media members from the following outlets: KHON Honolulu, MMA Oddsbreaker, CFMU 93.3, Fight News, Fight Network, Gazeta Esportiva, Cherokee Scout, Burbank Leader, MMA Weekly. Like who are these people? Who are these people? I don't know. But I don't agree with them. There's no reason Volkanovski should go up in weight, lose at that weight class that he weighed in at, and then still be ranked number 2. Wendy's chili hits different. Shut up. Dustin got taken down multiple times by Dan Hooker. I think Arman wins that. It depends. Arman's striking isn't that great. It isn't that great. And Dustin's going to be prepared for a grappler. He wasn't prepared to grapple against Dan Hooker. The issue is Dustin and Justin will lose to Islam easily. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I have no desire to see them fight Islam for the belt. But thank you again, CM. Dude's been throwing out donations left and right tonight. Thank you, DM. You called out Dom Data. Dom Data went silent. Then he made an excuse when he came back. He just doesn't have it in him. Brandon Vargas, thank you for the $5 super chat. Chandler actually could be a real contender. He has to stop fighting with negative 9,000 fight IQ. Yeah, dude, Chandler's brain dead. I'll never think he'll be a contender again just because of that. But I would love to see him versus Islam Makhachev. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't, just because of the way Chandler fights, I think he's going to get chinned by Conor, to be honest. I think he's going to get chinned by Conor. And, Chandler's always been a bit chinny. People don't remember. He was getting finished by Will Brooks in Bellator. Will Brooks came to the UFC for a while. And then, hold on a second. Will Brooks came to the UFC for a while and then fizzled out. He wants back in the UFC. There's been a lot of talk about Will Brooks. Will Brooks has been saying UFC should sign me for the Ultimate Fighter. Will Brooks, I thought, had a bright future when he came into the UFC, but he ended up having no success. And he had Chandler's number. Hold on. Let's go back. He beat Chandler twice. Let's see. So he beat Chandler by decision and then TKO'd him in the rematch back in 2014. He then went on a win streak. So he went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fight win streak. 8 fight win streak in Bellator. 2 of those wins were over Michael Chandler. He went to the UFC. He beat Ross Pearson. And then he lost to Alex Oliveira. And then he lost to Charles Oliveira. And then he lost to Nick Lentz. So he went 1-3 in the UFC. And the UFC cut him. He wants to come back. He's still young, I believe. Let's see how old he is. He's 36. Yeah, so he's getting up there in age now. It's been a bit. Yeah, he fought in the UFC in 2017. It's been 6 years. He's on a 4-fight winning streak right now, but not against the best competition, to be honest. And he's fighting in MMA 5. What does that even really mean? I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not even familiar with that organization. He wants to come back. He wanted to be on the Ultimate Fighter. They did not sign him. Probably because of his age. If Dustin and Justin can defend their spots, I don't mind them getting another title shot, but Poirier isn't accepting any of these matchups. We have to stop saying that, and we don't know yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Sup, Joey? Got in here late as hell. Hope you're well. What's the topic of discussion? Whatever you want it to be. Joey had Wingstop the other night, 285, and it wasn't that bad. Shame on you. I've tried multiple flavors, 2 different attempts, and it was horrendous. Jamal should be top 10 pound for pound and not under Dusty Bucket. What does that even mean? Jamal Edwards is under Dustin Poirier. Jamal Hill is under Dustin Poirier. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I did not even notice that. I didn't even get that far down. Jamal Hill should be top 10 pound for pound. Not, yeah, I already read that. Bilal and Usman much better wins than old Figgy and Kai. Okay. When he got rid of the 4 for 4, I wouldn't know. Did that dude just put that in the chat? Yes, he did. And an 11 fight win streak. Fair enough. Who ain't got jiu-jitsu? Justin Gaethje ain't got no jiu-jitsu at all. Where the F you guys get all this money? I want my red panty night. Shame on you, Jack. Shame on you. Would you watch Islam versus Conor if Conor wins? Now that's a huge story. Yes, but Conor would not deserve it with a win over Michael Chandler. He would not deserve it at all. Also, any thoughts on John's tweet considering DC and his commentating? I don't know. I think DC might have just been confused. So I'm not going to hold it against him. But people are always going to make something out of something. You know, they're going to say, oh, DC wasn't happy for him and, you know, this and that and this and that. And it's just, cut the guy some slack. Because a lot of people were watching that and they were a little bit confused because of the camera angle. So I don't know if he was watching at the actual fight or he's watching down on the monitor. The views weren't particularly great. But my thoughts are, I think we got to cut DC some slack. I don't think he's out there crying that Jon Jones wins. I think he was genuinely confused. Yesterday, you said Topuria was too small for lightweight, but I still think he could beat the piss out of Paddy. He would beat the dog shit out of Paddy Pimblett. He would beat him badly, but he's still too small to compete against like guys like Sarukian and Gamrot and all those guys. Eddie Alvarez says Chandler has no chance. Of course Eddie Alvarez is going to say that because guess what? Eddie Alvarez has wins over Chandler. Eddie Alvarez lost to Conor. So, of course, he's going to say Conor's better. Goat emoji. Thank you. I appreciate you. 10 MMA. Appreciate it. Also, thoughts on... Okay, read that. Chandler would beat Dustin if he didn't get too excited and try to take Dustin's back. I don't know if he would have. I don't know. I was pretty confident Dustin would win that. Dustin almost stopped him at the end of the first round. But Chandler has no fight IQ. That's part of his game. You can't say... Well, if Chandler fought a little bit smarter, even though he hasn't fought smart his entire career, he would win. Will Brooks was a beast in Bellator. Yeah, I thought he had a promising future when he came to the UFC. I was happy when he came to the UFC. And unfortunately, he fizzled out quick. I thought Marcin Held had a good future in the UFC too. Marcin Held came to the UFC from Bellator at one point in time. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Okay, he did. Yeah, Marcin Held was like a leg lock specialist from Bellator. He came to the UFC. He lost to Diego Sanchez. He lost to Joe Lozon. He lost to Damir Hadzovic. And then he won against Nasrat Haqparast, and then he got cut. So he lost 3 fights in a row, then won 1, and then got cut. And yeah, Marcin Held is still fighting in PFL. He's only 31 years old. Marcin Held's only 31 years old. That's crazy. Only 31? How long has he been fighting for? So when I was watching him in Bellator, he was like 21 years old. That's craziness. That's absolute craziness. Yeah, sick. It's crazy how long I've been watching the sport for. I want Dustin versus Islam, the men time, hopefully UFC 289 main event. Dustin's going to win. I mean, Dustin's going to lose, though. He doesn't have a chance to win, is what I meant to say. I would take Conor to beat Islam because he has a secret formula. Okay. I wouldn't. I think Islam would take him down and dominate him, but it'd be very interesting if he could keep it standing. In DC's defense, I was confused as well because the angle of the camera looked as if John was still trying to position himself, and when you have seen someone go from a sub from that position John was in. Yeah, exactly. I give DC a break on that one. And the camera work was shit. Chandler somehow always blows it even if he's winning. That is true. He was losing against Tony Ferguson. He was losing against Tony Ferguson. He always finds a way to blow it. He always finds a way to blow it. What does Gane do now since he's lost 2 title fights and contenders are booked? He goes and gets beat up by Sergey Spivak. That's what I think he does. Would you like to see the loser of Merab and Yan face Nurmagomedov? Sure. I want to see Nurmagomedov versus Cruz, though. He actually fought a pretty good fight against Dustin, all things considered. Yeah, he wrestled him in the second round. Almost finished him in the first round, too. Had a crazy... That first round was crazy between Dustin and Chandler. I got to go back and watch that soon. Which dog do you like the most out of these three? Lucas Bresky, Merab, or John Martinez? Martinez. I think John Martinez can win. I don't know if he will, but I would say he has the best chance of winning. I don't think Merab wins. I'm confident Merab loses. I never really thought Marcin Held was good in Bellator, but showed promising the UFC, I thought. Yeah, I mean, he was a leg lock specialist. I found him entertaining, and I thought he had a potential future. But, unfortunately, he did not. You know, it doesn't always work out. It doesn't always work out that way. Guys, do me a favor. If there's anyone watching the stream right now who is not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Right this very second. And like the stream. Push it in the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. Push it in the algorithm. Let's see. I can't believe it's 1:30. How is it 1:30 and 90 of you guys are still in here? That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. He actually fought a pretty good fight against Dustin, yes. Chandler held Dustin down for a whole round. I think Arman could do the same. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's 10:30 for you. Yeah, who's lurking in the chat right now? Let me know if you're lurking. Check in if you're a lurker right now. If you're just in the background lurking. I'll be streaming tomorrow night too. Who's joining me for the Bellator stream tomorrow night? Let me know. Who is joining me for the Bellator stream? How do you think Khabib's cousin, 155 champ from Bellator, would do versus Islam, Poirier, Charles Oliveira? It's tough. I think he'd lose to Islam. It'd be competitive. I think he'd lose to Poirier because he's not as heavy of a grappler. And I think he would lose to Oliveira. But I don't know. I have to dig deeper into it. That's just off the top of my head. Remember when Chandler blew that bloody snot on Dustin's face? Yeah. I did a whole entire video on it. Chase is joining. Chad is joining. Yabanz is joining. Elliot's joining. Or Elliot's just streaming. But yeah, Stylebender, I did a video entirely on Chandler being dirty in that fight. It might be a little late depending on what time you start the stream. Yeah, I have no idea. It's going to be like around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern. The UFC fight starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, the main card. Excuse me. I might, honestly, I might stream some of the prelims. I don't know. I have to see. I'll have to see. I'm lurking, Joey. Thank you, Ginger Spice. And thank you for becoming a member, man. Did you just recently find the channel? I might have asked you this the other day, but I can't remember. Lurking and doing cardio at 1:30 a.m. I must be crazy. I'll check out the live stream and hopefully a good Bellator show. Bellator has been awful the past few years. Yeah, it has been. Do I like popcorn? No, I hate popcorn with a passion. Who would you pick in Bo versus Jacob Malkoun? Probably Jacob Malkoun. I think Bo Nichols is just vastly overrated. Vastly overrated. And I think Jacob Malkoun has enough grappling to defend and probably is the better striker. And he's also decently durable, if memory serves correct. What time is the UFC card this week? I already answered that one. Lurking and doing cardio. Gary is here. I'm not lurking, I'm twerking. Is this the first trilogy at welterweight? Probably not, but not that I can remember. I can't remember another one. I cannot remember another one. Venom spews hot on a Mexican getaway as MMA YouTuber has been charged with assault. Who made this? Who in the chat made this? They just sent me this on Twitter. Who made this? Who's Cap MMA? I'm dying right now. MMA YouTuber. Boston Crab's wife on Mexican vacation. I'm done. You should have photoshopped me on a picture of someone doing the Boston Crab or the Walls of Jericho. Who sent me that on Twitter? I'm dying. By the way, guys, if none of you guys follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MMA Joey C. There's my Instagram and Twitter name. I tweet out my thoughts on all like the latest news before I even make a video on it. So if you guys want to know, and I'm always giving good insight. I'm always giving good insight on Twitter. So if you don't already, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to start posting more on Instagram lately. I'm going to start soon. But we'll see. We'll see. Is Marvin's last chance to put himself into contention? Yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to fight for a title again, to be honest. I just don't know if he's going to be able to get up there and fight guys, you know, in a title shot against Alex Pereira. Pereira's probably, if he wins, he's going to go to light heavyweight, I would think. But maybe Marvin Vettori comes out of the blue and is just, you know, a contender, but I doubt it. And this is his last chance, though. If he loses to Leadze, he's going to fall off after that. Dude got worked over by Robert Whittaker. Badly. The latest crabs. Yeah, somebody sent me some Photoshop thing of MMA YouTuber arrested for putting his assaulting his wife with the Boston Crab. We have no word on her recovery. You should have put she is. Oh, that was 35 minutes ago. I didn't even realize that because I wasn't looking at it. You should have put she's at the hospital in serious condition, but she's stable. I completely forgot Marvin fights this week or next week, you mean? This used to be Gage, if you remember me. I think I do. I think I remember a Gage. Brandon Vargas. Good night, my friend. I appreciate your channel support, man. Much love to the channel. That's what I like to hear. Makayev should have fought a top contender like Perez or Kai. He's still very, very young, man. We can't just throw him out against, you know, he's got to kind of take the O'Malley route a little bit. He's still very young. I'm not necessarily in love with this fight. I like the Malcolm Gordon fight. I thought that was a slight step up. But yeah, I want to see him against, you know, in a tougher test, but right now at this point, I don't necessarily want to see him against a Kai Kara Francis just yet. That's what I'm trying to say. Bobby Knuckles made Marvin look like an amateur. That he did. I knew that was going to happen, though. What's up, Clips? What's going on? Subscribe, cheers. Regarding John Martinez fight, do you think it is a coin flip fight in theory? What do you think the odds should be? I think it's a coin flip fight. Honestly, I would slightly favor Said Nurmagomedov. I'm not really good with odds, but I would slightly favor Said Nurmagomedov. I'm probably picking Said Nurmagomedov, but it wouldn't shock me if Jonathan Martinez won. So, appreciate you subscribing. Should Blanchfield go and get her one loss back against Cortez or fight a contender or wait? Probably just wait. But she's probably going to fight a contender. Make her fight Talia Santos for #1 contender. Make her fight Talia Santos for #1 contender. O'Malley took the steroid route? Yeah, exactly. New black shirt? Okay. I'm not sure what that means, what you're talking about there. Imagine if I drank all my water like this. Yeah, guys, we've gone for 2 hours tonight. That's crazy. Already 2 hours on the stream. Already 2 whole hours on the stream. That one is worn out. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it right now? Oh, just because it's all like sagging. It's perfectly fine. It's a perfectly fine shirt. It's just the way I'm sitting right now. There you go. It doesn't look worn out no more. Okay? You happy now? Thanks for the great content, Joey. I've been watching for a few months. I think since December or January. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I was just curious. It's crazy how Pereira and Chandler cut like 40 pounds to make weight. Imagine if Chandler fighting at 185, he'd look like a hobbit. Yeah. I don't know if Chandler's cutting 40 pounds, though. He's probably cutting like 20 or 30. Probably. Tony Gravely or Victor Henry, who will win? I say Victor Henry wins that one. I think Victor Henry wins that one. Oh, sheesh. There you go. Yeah. It's just from slowly sliding down, and then my shirt's just pushing up. Blanchfield versus Manon should be next. Yeah, that or Talia Santos, one or the other. I like both of those. Or you could go Manon. You could go Manon versus Santos and let Blanchfield be number one contender. It's actually 1 hour and 59 minutes. Not anymore, user. Are you high on JDM as a prospect? Yes, but not as high as everyone else. Everyone else is way too high. When JDM acting like he's definitely a future champion because he defeated Randy Brown. I knew he was going to defeat Randy Brown. Randy Brown isn't all that great. But yeah. Scott Coker apparently said they are 50-50 in negotiation with Francis Ngannou. Dude, Dana, I'm seeing this right now. Dana says they're working on a... I called it. Says he's working on a deal right now for season 2 to be filmed on Fight Island. It's going to be Power Slap Island. I called this weeks ago. Who remembers it? Who was in the live stream when I told you next thing you know Dana White was going to do Power Slap Island? He just apparently said it on a podcast that he's going to do that. I called this weeks ago. Or a week ago at max, at minimum. It was a week ago. There's a clip right now. I didn't listen to it, but it says Dana White tells Pat McAfee he has a term sheet with Rumble to do 2 more seasons of Power Slap reality show and 8 live shows. Says he's working on a deal right now for season 2 to be filmed on Fight Island. It makes me sad that these people will talk to Dana White and pretend like it's awesome and it's not, and they know it, and you can see it. They're just being a yes man. I'm telling you, I said Power Slap Island weeks ago. I'm telling you right now. And that's what's going to happen now. I guarantee. How do you rank PFL, Bellator, and one championship as far as enjoyment? One championship, Bellator, then PFL. PFL's got horrible pacing. How do you... Okay, I remember Power Slap Island, Joey. You sidekick. Yep. If it's true Francis really wanted 30 million, he's out of his mind. He may get it in boxing. He may get it in one boxing match. So, I don't think it's completely crazy. I would say he's at least going to get like 15 million probably. But it's hard to say. You never know. You did call it. Yeah, I'm glad you guys were here for it. But yeah. Power Slap Island coming up. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I can't believe that. What a dude just looking for one gimmick after the next. Gimmick after gimmick after gimmick after gimmick after gimmick. Gimmick. Anything to make money. Geez, didn't need to see that. Didn't need to see that at all. Okay. Dude, they should come back with UFC Fight Island. That was all a gimmick too. People thought, oh, they're going to do it on the beach, and they left it up to interpretation. They didn't answer it. Chaos arguably beat Randy Brown, and he swings like a maniac. Yeah, George St. Pierre and Matt Hughes was a trilogy. Thank you for clearing that up. Francis Ngannou versus Raul Rosas Jr. Who you got? I would take Raul Rosas Jr. Listen, guys, we've gone 2 hours. I will be live again tomorrow night. The guy who was here earlier in the stream has a channel. I'm going to redirect you automatically. I told him to turn on redirect. Let's see if it actually works. And what it'll do is the second I end this stream, it's going to send you there. And I want you to tell him MMA Joey sent you, okay? Make sure you let him know. He's already going to know because I told him to turn on redirect anyway. But go to his stream. As soon as I end this stream, it'll take you to his stream. Talk MMA with him. I don't know how long he's going to be live streaming for. Show him some support and tell him MMA Joey sent you guys. I always like to see, I'll go in and check, and I just want to see MMA Joey sent you everywhere on the chat. So it's going to redirect you directly there. Here's the link for anyone who wants it, but it'll redirect you right there. Thank you guys for watching this stream. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for Bellator. It'll automatically redirect you there, but the link is also in the chat. Good night, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the donations. I really appreciate it. Good night.